Hey everyone, this is Chef. Welcome back to Reus2. We're going to take a second crack at Age of Discovery today. And as much as I would like to hit Random Giant, I actually think it's possible that we could random our way into only having 4 biomes. If we take, well, 1, 2, 3... No, actually, well, it is. Yeah, so if we go Forest Giant, Ocean Giant, Frost Giant, then we only have access to forest, rainforest, ocean, taiga. So we do need to be a little careful so that we can get our 6 max biomes for good biodiversity. I think it's just going to be easier if we have a larger number of biomes to contend with. But we have been playing the heck out of Frost Giant lately, so why don't we do something like Rock Giant, Ocean Giant, Swamp Giant. That should give us access to 6, rainforest, savanna, ocean, forest, desert, taiga. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. It's going to make our drafts kind of a nightmare, because we're only going to be able to put Apex Bioticum in like 3 biomes, but we'll at least have 6 to play with overall. Diamond Shipwreck Ocelot also kind of pulls me towards maybe trying all the glitters this game. False Trumpet Grounds is also an all the glitters trigger. And these 2 gems, regardless, are going to work really well together. So, why not? Let's see how it goes. Let's see what happens. Starting with Diplomat. I don't think it really matters what Diplomat starting biome is going to be. But what we are going to do here is we're going to have biomes that are 8 wide, and we're going to make a gigantic planet. So we'll go 1, 2, 3... Or do I want to do biomes that are 5 wide? I'm going to do biomes that are 5 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to have that. And then we're going to give you a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ocean. And then we're going to give you a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 desert. And we're going to put a village here. We're going to see how this goes. I think 5 patch biomes will be enough to get us biodiversity in all 6 of them, and we'll just make them, we'll make the planet gargantuan with expander tiles. So we need to heavily prioritize food generation here in order to have any kind of chance of making the planet as big as possible. And we're going to start basically from day 1. You get 2 food and 1 gold from Mystery Within Borders. You're getting an amber. You're going to go here. We're not going to be using that science booster. And you want to be different next to 2 different bioticum. It's going to be a fish, and it's going to be a kelp. This is maximum food output from your ocean. At least for now. So you grow nice and big. That should be 5 prosperity. It is. Good. That gives you your next nomad. I'm going to give you a temporary rainforest. But we're going to change it to something else as soon as we unlock secondary biomes. If this is going to be desert, I think I would like to have the other side be tundra. But also, it should go without saying, we're only grabbing things that give food here. So 4 fruit biotica within borders. We could technically do that if I give you 4 papaya, or I could draft a rainforest fruit. Let's see if we can get a rainforest fruit. Banana's going to cost us biodiversity, which is annoying. But none of the rest of these are fruits, and they're all food focused. So we'll go banana for now. And I can do this for you. You're going to have a really weird rainforest biome, but I can do that for you. Meanwhile, Pirate Queen isn't going to be quite right. Inventor will be fine here. We can get good science output from desert. And we can get decent science output from whatever we turn this into. I feel like it's going to be tundra. And then I need to move you up to 5 pop. So that is going to be papaya tree. You're actually not even going to be able to get the biodiversity for banana. You're going to have to put down 4 papaya trees. That is a bit weird. Well, let's start with this. It is a little unfortunate. We may have wanted to take fish instead, but then even fish is not going to be that good. Also, this patch... No, save it. No, you do need to get a 3rd village down. And you don't want this to be full rainforest. I'm gonna give you a single desert. No, you can just do a 2nd rainforest. A 2nd rainforest will be okay. You're outthinking yourself a bit. Sagebrush on a plant booster is next to worthless. It would give us 15 science instead of 10. But even 15 science is not that good. I'd rather just put, like, a science rock on top of it. Although I guess redstone is going to get synergy with it. So that should give you your 3 technology. Let's come over and temporarily make this ocean. We're going to change everything in Era 2. I just want placeholders in. So there you go. That's going to push you to 2. And then that's going to be another 15, which maybe pushes you to 3. It does. Perfect. Inventor done. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patches. You're going to need an expander here. Already. Because you want them to be separated by 10 patches. So does that mean you're abandoning your food plan over here? Because you need to get this papaya tree to 3 biodiversity. Adjacent to mineral is not going to go. 3 biodiversity is not going to go. Yeah, I think you need to give it a guinea pig. Is that going to give you 15? Yeah, that's what you need. There you go. That'll push us to 5. We can spend an expander tile. Just wait for you to finish counting it up. There we go. Take one of these. Really does not matter where you put it. You just need to make any part of the planet bigger. You're going to be tundra, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I guess you'll be rainforest. So replace that. And then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be this ocean patch. Yeah, I think it's going to be that ocean patch where this next village goes. And neither of them are going to be rainforest in the future. Painter requires gold. Sage requires food. I would really like to get sage in here. And then you still have a lot of Eon to burn. Science doesn't really matter. Draft ocean, maybe? Tuna, food for each adjacent fish. Extra fish. Anchovy is going to be really important if we need high biodiversity. Give me that. I really am wishing that I took a fisherman's hut over there. You're not going to be adjacent to anchovy immediately, though. But you're not adjacent to any fish. God, giving you 5 food is underwhelming. And I can't even convince you to expand right now. Should have put herring here and amber here. Because then at least your tuna could get +1. Just go anchovy, anchovy. And then Camp Dark Grove. This is the same rainforest biome, which is a little annoying. So we can go taro, amethyst, iguana. That should give you your 3 population. That's also going to give you some extra biodiversity for being fruit. And then we also want to put a second anchovy next to you, and I think that's going to be the end of our eon for the first era. You take one of them, and then you come take this other anchovy. And then that's going to be end of prologue into Era 1. We're basically looking for a Neolithic farm, specifically. And I think we get it, because it requires pop to be highest. We'll see. Too late to do anything about it now, at any rate. Have 2 cities with 3 pop. Yeah, that's perfect. Anything to grow population. We just want to be big, big, big. And then we can also replace all these busted biomes. So you are going to be taiga. Like this. You need to get to 10 food for your next expander. You want to make a herder's hut. 2 of 4 herbivore biotica or 2 of 4 undergrowth biotica. Fruit picker... Actually, fruit picker might be easier if I give you forest here. You do have fruit for a forest. Alright, I'll take fruit picker here as well, on a bit of a gamble. And then you need to get to 10 pop so that you can turn that on. This border expansion I love, because it means I can put down bananas, and that'll put your fruit picker to 2. I don't think that's going to be 10 pop all by itself, but it's going to be pretty good. And then I can also give you tuna here for extra food. Inventor stealing technology from diplomat. I'm not ready for that yet. Send the mountain giant. Buy your next expand up charge. Also, I saw poison dart frog in there. I love that +2 biodiversity. I think that's going to be very important. So you stop them from becoming unruly. You come over here and expand this planet, and we're going to convert this into a forest. So I'd also like to have the swamp giant over here to help with that. Go ahead and expand here. Then, your forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tundra patches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forest patches. You're going to need 1 more terrain expander, and you're going to put a savanna in here somewhere, and then I think you're ready. Now, you're a mineral booster. Moss agate would get you next to a plant, so that would be 20, but then mossy stone is just 20 straight up. What's more important to you, science or gold? I think science. I think I would rather have the inventions. And then you will be blueberry. That will be fruit number 1. You will also be papaya tree. That's fruit number 2. We will draft forest, Probably when we finish Neutral Village. Which I guess is you're lagging behind? Yeah, you're 9. I don't have a clear plan for that right now. It's probably going to be Herbalist. Because I can get some undergrowth in here. You don't care about animals. And there's not going to be trees in desert. I guess I would have to look for a good science mineral. We could draft limestone in desert. But then the question is where our draft charge is coming from. I think Herbalist is going to be easiest. So we would go Rabbit on a food booster. Our next Expando charge is 20. So it's a little ways away. Draft Forest, show me a fruit. Apple tree is good. It also comes with pear tree. Yeah. Alright, so we apple tree. Apple tree needs to be next to 2 adjacent fruit. You need to be next to 2 different bioticum types. We can apple tree, pear tree. And that will give you your 4 fruits for fruit picker. It will give you your 4 plants for Neolithic farm. You will be done. You get rabbit, and then you also need undergrowth. So we'll bring the swamp giant over there in a moment. It's unfortunate that it's plant. Can I draft 1 taiga? Each adjacent undergrowth, but you do come with blueweed. Blackberry is going to be difficult to place. I guess I can make a potato work. We can bluebead here. And then we could stoat here, because it'll be next to a rabbit. I do need to find a way to get more plants into your village, though. You need 2 more. This expansion, I think, will help quite a bit. Because you can go carrot here. You could go potato there. You could go carrot here. And you could accept that that rabbit is probably never going to get a synergy. But this will be undergrowth number 3, and then potato will be plant number 4. Which I will spend era on. It's important that we get that up. So again, just more food. And then I might need to buy Eon 1 more time, depending on who else hasn't finished their projects. In fact, I'm almost sure that you haven't. You need 1 more plant within borders. And you're just not going to finish Fruit Picker. Fruit Picker was the wrong choice for us to make there. But I can at least give you a Ramon tree. Which is going to improve your banana a little bit. We can buy our 3rd Expando charge, which is going to go in the middle of this colossal rainforest. And I think this is also where Village 4 is likely to go. We may even do a Village 5. We'll see. You're fine being rainforest, I think. How many biomes do you still have to place? You have desert, you have ocean, you have rainforest, you have forest. You have tundra. You only need to place savanna still. So you're going to have 1 big rainforest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The patch directly to the left of Ocean Giant needs to become savanna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're going to need a lot more expansion tiles. You're still too close to Dark Grove Haven there. 5. This also needs to be savanna. Right here. And then we'll need another Expando charge to go here. So that we can expand your rainforest again, and then a village is going to go here. That's going to take a ton of food. But for now, where do we want to put our boosters? We have access to science from plants, food from animal, gold from mineral. Well, we definitely want to do food from animal. But I don't think any of our animals are currently on boosters. Did you really place a herring there instead of an anchovy? You did. Oh well. Oh no, your rabbit is on a food booster. Or on an animal booster. So you can food booster the rabbit. Any of your plants on boosters? No, no, no. No, no. I thought one of them was. Was it you? It was the sagebrush. Which is still okay. It doesn't need to produce... Oh, right, because you're science from plants. That's still fine. And then you were gold for minerals, weren't you? No, you're a science booster. That's not going to help. Were any of your minerals on a booster? Amethyst was not. You haven't placed a lot of them. Redstone was not. You're not a percent, right? Yeah, you're just 2020. I think those are the only percent bonuses that you're really getting here that are worth chasing after. Oh no, you have Mossy Stone on science. So you can jewel beetle this thing. And that's going to be about as good as you can manage. Alright, next era. That's Neolithic Revolution done. We've gotten plenty of food from it. So what Era 2 turning point are we looking for? I think I'm looking for something that gives me Eon limit increase. So that I can place more things in Era 3. I don't immediately remember what those are. Castles and Knights does it. And that's it. We'll do Castles and Knights then. Sage has 10 food, that should be easy. Inventor has 10 technology, that should be easy. Diplomat has 10 money, is probably going to take a little work. But, now that we're done... Oh, Inventor's decided that Rock Giant isn't welcome. Oh yeah? We'll see about that. Let's have a little conversation about that. If you don't mind. Yeah, just a little closer. That's right. Yeah. Let's have a chit-chat. Right. You guys deal with that. You need 4 herbivore biotica. I can give you 2. Squirrel next to trees. And then I can give you rabbit. That'll put you to 3. And then I can give you a 4th one in here somewhere. Amethyst Taro looking pretty ripe for an upgrade, and then I can replace it with, probably Jungle Fowl. You take one of these guys. Animal Breeder? I love Animal Breeder. Just make sure you have something domesticable you can put in the rainforest. Jungle Fowl and Guinea Pig are. Just too efficient. I'd rather have 100 of everything than 180 food and nothing else. And I think that does mean that this Taro and Amethyst are going to go. It's going to make your Iguana a little upset. Well, I guess you could incentivize them to expand. Yeah. Let's do that. You can have a guinea pig out here, and then you're going to get curious about expanding to that tile. Meanwhile, I guess let's cheer you up. You're going to want Construction Bioticum. I can... 6 trees is going to be tough in a desert, so I'm just going to go ahead and give you an Optimist Hut now. Especially because we want you to have technology. So that's going to look a little something like element, right? Not construction? No, construction. Shoot. We're going to need to draft desert and find something construction. It would likely be limestone. Yeah, we'll take limestone. Doesn't want to be next to adjacent minerals, so I can put you out here. That's going to put you to 2. And then you can put stone in taiga for 3, and you can probably put fir down for 4. It's not going to be great with your potato, because your potato wants to see undergrowth. But what it is going to be good for is construction bioticum. So that'll put you to 5 on Alchemist Hut, and it'll put you to 4 on Le Chateau. And then I need a non-mineral that gives science in the desert. It's a fan palm. It's even next to a red stone, which is base gold. So that's everything. Diplomat attacks Inventor. I'm still not ready for people to go to war. Can you, Rock Giant, come over here, please? So that's you done. Diplomat needs 10 gold. God, for a minute I was like, I guess Tavern's fine, but Animal Breeder is literally a better tavern. So all you need is a jungle fowl. Buy your next expando charge. Rock Giant's busy currently. Let's expand that out further. Earthquake can't be placed in ocean. How about that? How about that? Well, I don't want to hit them with a tsunami, so I'm going to wait until they make landfall on the other side. And then I'll hit them with an earthquake. How's that strike you? And then you need distinct gem bioticum. Okay, it's definitely time for this tile to go. Ocean Giant, come over here and upgrade this. We're going to need to put double gems there. And then further out into the rainforest, we're going to need to put a second domesticable animal. It's going to be a jungle fowl. Even though you can absolutely domesticate it. I don't make the rules. It's a 2-star, though. Well, you can do Aquamarine, which is a gem. And then you can do Jungle Fowl on the food booster. Can I hit you with this yet? Not quite yet. So that's Animal Breeder 2. Yeah, good. Just waiting for you guys to arrive. Uh-huh, yeah. And knock that off. See you. So you're done. You can go Aquamarine here. Replace this papaya tree with an amethyst because it'll be next to an animal. And that puts you at 3 gems. And then Agate is a 4th gem that has no tile synergies that it requires. And we could convince you to expand, possibly. Replace papaya with amethyst. Then, Agate in the ocean. Ooh, what's that? Mystery. Let's go check it out. Castles and Knights done with 48 Eon in the bank. We're feeling very good about that. We're a long ways from affording our next expansion charge. Actually, we get expansion charges in Age of Discovery, so we don't necessarily need to buy all 5 right now. So with 43 Eon left, what do I want to do? I think I want to found my next village. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be here. And for now, it looks like you would be sharing a rainforest. I guess so, yeah. Well, do you really need a fourth village, though? Yeah, because it'll make the diplomat happy. You're right. Alright, you need to get to 10 food then. How are you gonna do that? You're going to look for good 2-star bioticum that you haven't placed. Sage has nothing. You have nothing. You have nothing. You've drafted no good plants. Alright, let's start there. Show me 2-star rainforest. And remember, you also have 2 inventions that you haven't found yet. So you might want to reference those. But I don't think it's any of these guys. Golden Lion Tamarin is all gold all the time. Unique animals gain food. So you do want to grab animals. Cayman is kind of neat in that he's 3 times reptile. So you have 5 tags, you have 3, you have 3, you have 2. Which one's going to be easier? I think it's pretty obvious by now that you're going to have an animal rainforest. So it should be fairly easy to get Squirrel Monkey Golden Lion Tamarin to work. I'm not so sure about Cayman Armadillo, especially because we already have 2 Bioticum from that category. And I don't think I'm doing Obsidian because we're not really doing mineral synergies. So I'm just going to take the Tamarin. That's your rainforest. Check your normal forest. Again, with boar, I'm not convinced. We're not really getting anything extra there. Cherry tree comes with a bunch of different minerals. It also has a ton of tags. It's a flower, it's a fruit, it's a tree, it's construction, it's harmony. All 5 of those tags are like really good and used in a lot of things. White mulberries tag gem fur for each micro in this bioticum. Oh, you know what? We should be paying attention to gem, shouldn't we? Because doesn't Shipwreck care about gem? It does. So if we take white mulberry, we get gem tags out of it. Which is a little weird, but that's how it goes. And I don't think I've ever taken beaver before either. And we have a pretty tree-oriented forest right now with apple tree, pear tree. So I think we could make beaver work. Triple fur might also be the kind of thing where the sage invents a like a fur trader. And then it wants to look for 3 unique fur tags, and beaver just has 3. Check desert. Desert cares about gem biotica almost exclusively, which is going to pull us pretty strongly towards gold, which is a gem and comes with the 2nd gem. Desert tortoise also gives us extra biodiversity for when we need it. That, I think, is looking like the best candidate right now. Although a Gila monster with 5 tags would be a really neat thing to invasive species into a rainforest, with all the tag synergies that we have there with the ocelot, but I don't think that's exactly this run. So I'll be taking gold for gem synergies. And then ocean, I guess? All of these are not great. You care about gems, you care about fish. I think this is likely a reroll, and we're looking for more gems. I think this is still a reroll, and we're looking for gems. Olivine will do. It's not great. I don't know how many animals I can get you distinct to, but it is double gem tag. So I think we'll say that's fine, even if you don't have great synergies at the end of the day. And then the last thing I want to do is just look for some good places to stick our new friends. I believe I can upgrade you. You would be a beaver, because I could make you next to 3 trees, and I could put either an ash or a white willow, an ash here. Actually, I could put a white mulberry there. So come over here, upgrade this. We're also going to need a beaver on that spot. This may... No, it's not going to push you to an invention. We also just want to make sure we're keeping our apple tree happy. So you guys wander over here and start getting this set up. I wish we could bank Eon, because I would love to carry over an extra 43 Eon into Age of Discovery. Also, let's make sure you're ready for Age of Discovery. 4 biomes with at least 6 biodiversity in 3 cities. We have 3 cities. Do we have 4 biomes with 6? Not really. We actually... Beaver would put us at 1, because it costs 3, but gives us back 2. And then if we put down a white mulberry, we would be back to 3. It's okay, you have Eon to burn, you can fill out further than you can reach. Go ahead and beaver here. White mulberry here. That's going to put you to 4. You are both critters, so you can take a stoat. That's going to put you to 5. And then you're just a guy. So that'll put you to 6. So that forest is 1 down. Southern jungle needs 1 extra thing. We could put a pit viper next to this guinea pig to put you to 6. That will be 2. Savannah, don't worry about the savannah right now. This rainforest is at 4. I can put 1 Ramon tree a little further out. That will put it to 6. That will be 3 biomes taken care of. Away you go. You are working on a Temple of Reginald. Ocean is at 4. If I replace this herring with an anchovy, like I originally meant to, that'll put it to 6. Actually, I might put it to 5. No, because the herring's duplicated, so it's not giving biodiversity anyway. So you'll give +1, you'll give +1. That'll move it from 4 to 6. And then this desert is at 2. This tundra is at 3. You would take it to 5. And then you could take it to 6. It gives us an extra 20 food. That's probably good enough. You actually never replaced that with an anchovy. I moved you too early. Stop Inventor from attacking Diplomat. Okay, and then you come back here. Put your anchovy down. Rudely interrupt these attackers. Good. I encourage you to knock that off. God, he still doesn't care. Inventor does not respect Rock Giant at all. He hates it. So, 1 biome at 6. 2 biomes at 6. 3 biomes at 6. 4 biomes at 6. 5 biomes at 6. You have 3 cities. I think you're good to go. I think you're ready. I think you fulfilled all the criteria. Now, if you could only just find... Oh, you got it. You're there. Start your 4th city. And it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Huntress, I think, will love being on the savannah, so let's go ahead and make a Huntress. And then this is going to help us get Diplomat's level 4 request on. Because Diplomat requires 4 people on the planet. I'll be able to give you 2 things. Hopefully you expand into Savannah so that I can give you animals. Like just double wild dog. It's not going to help you with population, but it is going to get your gold off the ground real quick. And then we move into Age of Discovery. And the last thing that caught us out on Age of Discovery was we just didn't have enough Eon. It wasn't actually an issue with biome construction. We could have constructed biomes to get there. The issue was that we didn't have enough Eon to do it. So we need to meter out our Eon really carefully until we've completed level 3, and then we can go a little crazy on building the best tiles that we can. You have scorned me, and you have decided to start in this rainforest instead. That's fine. I can give you Pit Viper Iguana. That'll be 2 animals. It will likely not be 3 population. There you go. Knock yourself out. Now, you need to put your micro down. The first micro that you want to put down is in this forest. Because this white mulberry only gets these extra gem tags for micro that are placed in it. You aren't on any kind of booster, so I don't have to worry about increases like that. We could tag you double flower. That would be kind of neat. So we're giving you 1 fly agaric. I can't give you either of those. It's a shame you're not in rainforest, otherwise I could really help you out. There's your fly agaric. Do you want to just give it 3 fly agaric? It's already tagged flower, so that's not super helpful. Why don't you just leave it like that for now? And then let's look for anybody else with percent bonuses. That mossy stone is on a super booster. That is going to be a candidate for a jeweled beetle. I don't believe any of you are on boosters. You're on an animal booster. So even though you are a gold animal, I can safely give you sphagnum moss. And you'll give me 25 plus 50% food. You are on a food booster. I can also give you sphagnum moss. None of you. Science booster, not really my thing. No boosters. No boosters. Ah, plant booster? No, you did that one last era already. Animal booster? You did that one last era. Mineral booster. You can take a jeweled beetle. And then I think you have 1 more to spend? Or is this the last one? You have 1 more to spend. It would be so sad to give White Mulberry just a second fly agaric, but it doesn't say anything about them having to be unique. So sure, this is another 30 gold. Alright, completed era. You guys battle it out. Diplomat and Inventor are going to come for a visit. Sage is upset about berries. I think those are cloud berries. He's upset about guinea pigs. But the sage, and I'm sure you know this, is the best. He is the best. The expected outcome. Importantly, we get an eon limit increase out of that. Then, give me Age of Discovery. So I would really like to try and open the museums this time. I'm not sure it's possible to open all 3, but I'd like to give it an honest shot. Yours is done already. Okay, well, that takes care of that. I need 5 distinct Toxic, 5 distinct Predator to get draft charges. And here... I need 5 distinct Flower to get Eon Limit. That's what we're talking about. We want Eon Limit for sure. So 3 biomes with at least 10. We haven't done. We still need to do that. Let's go ahead and start burning some draft, because we're going to want to see our good Biotica at this point. You already have 800 food from a cafe. Our Rainforest Apex Biotica right now is an Ocelot, which is gold. So it's not going to be Undergrowth, and Jam Maker is unlikely to pop off, because we're not going to have a lot of extra Apex Bioticum that we can place. Cafe, probably just fine for now. Take your extra 800 food, which could become even larger. I could give you a blueberry, for example. And then you're looking for Toxic Bioticum to place. Doesn't look like you're going to get any in the forest. Can you get any that you don't already have in the rainforest? No? No, you've placed them all already. No. You're going to need to draft for those, most likely. How close does that move you to 60 pop? It moves you to 51. But I could get you to expand a little further. And we also might want to start thinking about upgrading some tiles. So the beavers are fine. Not worried about them. The white mulberry is unimpressive, but it's here for gem. It's not here for anything else. The apple tree and pear tree are both base food. Squirrel and rabbit are both base food. Stoat and mossy stone could go. I would really like to find a toxic forest mineral, if such a thing exists, but in the absence of that... You actually don't... You have a blackberry. A blackberry is an extra base food. And then you'd have to put down an ash. No, you want to put a mineral down for the blueberry, and you want gems. It would be a moss agate. Or you could put down an amber for harmony. Okay, this... Yeah. This is the way. Swamp Giant here, Mineral Giant come help. We're still thinking about Shipwreck. We're still thinking about Diamond, and we're thinking about Shipwreck. A food booster is the kind of thing that I can work with. Food here. Amber here for the mystery. Is that good enough to push you to 60? I don't think so. But maybe. Pushes you to 55. Is there anything you can place further out that's also food yield? No, you just need them to expand to that blackberry. Yeah, that's what you need. Can you use some micro at this point? Can upgrade mineral? Not good enough. Here's what I think we should actually do first, now that I think about it. I think Each distinct ocean bioticum 50 and 50. I want to push you towards inventions. So I'm going to give you shipwreck, and then I'm going to give you hotel. Come over here and upgrade. Bring the rock giant with you. You're at 6 biodiversity here. This is going to put you to 4, and shipwreck needs 8. So you're going to need to do a little bit of finagling. Actually, the tuna going away is going to help you quite a bit. And false trumpet grounds will also help quite a bit. A plant booster. Don't love that, but it does mean that I can guarantee an invention out of shipwreck. So false trumpet grounds is going to go here. That's going to give you 1, 2, 3 extra biodiversity, plus 3 from the fact that it's a false trumpet. And then shipwreck will go here. And then you will invent something important off of the shipwreck, ideally. That puts you to 10. Go ahead and take a shipwreck. Now I need to push you to an invention, which is not going to take a lot, because you only have 7 science. And do you have any boosters over here that might interrupt things? You have jungle fowl on a food booster. But that's it. There's nothing else that's going to interfere with that process. So go ahead and take hotel. Hotel is going to give you the science to generate inventions. We want you to invent majestic something or other off of the shipwreck. You're going to need a little help. You're going to need more science out of this rainforest. Animals won't do it for you. Will fluorite do it for you? Yeah. Plant, mineral, animal. It will, but I don't want you to invent off of that because it's a food booster. Instead, I might want to upgrade here. Yeah, I want to upgrade here and hope that I don't get a booster. Because I want to put a fluorite here, and I want to put a plant here. But I want none of these to have boosters. Especially not this one. Come on, just one time no boosters. I can kinda live with it. It's going to give you an extra 65. I think that's going to be enough to push you to 10. Inventor decided that Rock Giant isn't welcome around the city. Swamp Giant? Can you deal with that? It's going to push you to 9. It's going to push you to 10. The slowest push to 10. There we go. You're inventing something. Make it off of the shipwreck, please. Swamp Giant, would you please ask them to stop this nonsense? Thank you. Diplomat has invented... Majestic earrings. 1 of 3. Okay. What are the other 2 we need? Inventions. Majestic earring, done. That's from gold, ruby, pearl, shipwreck, peacock, or sapphire, tanzanite, pink diamond. We need rings, which is diamond, Christmas tree, coral, shipwreck, gold, legendary, sapphire, silver, platinum, titanite. We have diamond. And then amulets. We can get off of false trumpet grounds. I need you to invent again. Which means I need to draft rainforest science. Also, I need to inspire you to expand. Because you're interested, but this tile isn't filled up. Do I have any ocean gem I can put there? Not really. Do you have anything else that would be useful there? Not really. So you want to upgrade this patch so that you can put... No, because olivines, you're losing biodiversity for that. I think you want to go bedrock and then plant. Bedrock sea anemone. That anchovy is also not doing anything right now. But you want to keep the amber. And you can't replace this anymore, because it's what's keeping the false trumpet grounds running. So that's going to put you to 8. This would put you to 9. I think there's a way out of this. This puts you to 9. We upgrade here because this anchovy doesn't do anything. And then we put a 2-star animal here that isn't an anchovy, and that doesn't cost biodiversity. Are you next to 2 other distinct reef here? You wouldn't be. So it'd have to be barrelized, and that's not deep. And you don't have Savannah Giant to do Anomaly. You have Invasive Patch instead. No, you do have Anomaly, it's Ocean Giant. Okay, that's good. Upgrade here. And then Anomaly. And we'll do a Barrelize, which also gives extra biodiversity. So upgrade... Anomaly. I'm annoyed that that's a booster. I'm not annoyed that that's a booster. I'm going to move the false trumpet grounds there. And then you're adjacent to fish, mineral. You need to be next to a plant. I don't know if I want to burn the arrow. I want to switch the herring and the amber. Do it. Herring. Amber. Because then I can move false trumpet grounds here. And I can make this kelp, which will be next to false trumpet grounds on a gold booster, so that it's more likely that we invent off of it. And then I'll make you a Barrelize. So that burned more than I would have liked, but it does make it more likely we invent off of you. I need to find you 9 more science somehow. Let's put a pin in that. We're at 3 biomes with 10 biodiversity. We're at 2 biomes with 10 biodiversity. I need to push you a little higher. You're at 8? I really don't want to use that mineral booster up yet. I can give you stone. Did you expand out here? You did expand out here. Can I convince you to expand again? You could. You could. It's not going to give you a lot of science, but it's going to give you some. So that puts you to 10. Even though it's still at 9. I'm not sure how I managed to do that. Now we need 5 biomes with 10 biodiversity. As we're on our little world tour here, let's get the hunter up and running. Because I need to push you to 35 prosperity. You need a 3rd animal. Base science yield, unlikely. Guinea pig. Just give you a little extra food. And there's not a guinea pig in this biome anymore, so that'll definitely push it to 10. And then we gotta get this savanna up and running. But that's gonna be hunter done. So savanna, I can focus on actually utilizing that mineral booster. Which will not be a fluorite, because it's not upgraded. So that's gonna push you to 8. I would really like to get your prosperity to 35 to make the diplomat happy, though. New building. Take the tavern for max prosperity overall. And then we will put 3 savannah animals down. Do they have to be distinct? They do have to be distinct. So you need wild dog, guinea fowl, gazelle. That's going to put you to 16 Eon. But it's going to finish World Court. Yeah. Yeah. Just anticipate buying a lot of Eon, I guess. Also, you need to get this biome's biodiversity up anyway. So this is going to move you to 1. This is going to move you to 2. This will move you to 3. Also, you're finishing requests, which is increasing the science of the diplomat, which is pushing her closer to inventing off of the Nephrite grounds. There's World Court done. That's going to make your hotel better. How close are you to your next invention? 2 of 10? Also, keep working on Toxic and Predator. That's opportunities for more drafts. It's going to push you to 3. But if you can finish Hunter's Town, it's going to push you to 4. And it's all pop at this point. So you could... Elephant grass here, okra here, mineral here. That would turn your gazelle on. And it would give you biodiversity. Any rocks that give you biodiversity? No. Burn another draft. I'm really worried about our Eon still. Where's the museum that gives us the Eon limit increase? It's here. I need 3 more distinct flowers. Okra's not a flower, is it? No, it's just undergrowth. Can I tag it flower? I think I have the mantis. I do. I have orchid mantis. Actually, I want to tag a plant. Can upgrade plant. You'd have to do kelp? But I want to get you on a percent booster. All tags doubled. I think it's distinct only, so it doesn't really matter. You're on an animal booster. You could get the Ramon tree to be a flower. I need a good plant booster. There's a solution in here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but there's a solution in here. Double check it's not distinct. It is distinct. Any of you want a plant booster mysteriously? No. I mean, I guess you could put it anywhere. It would be nice to give the extra science to the diplomat, but it's not necessary. Although I am looking at that 3 of 10, and I'm like, how are you going to make that happen? That pushes you to 20. Let's go take care of the sage for a bit, because you're really close to 60 pop. You're at 56. We could upgrade a couple tiles for you. What is it that you care about here? Distinct bioticum that have a base food yield. Guinea pig, pit viper aren't really doing anything for you. You would like to get a cougar down for extra biodiversity. It's also a predator, but it's not food yield. But that's fine. And then I can give you a bunch of adjacent animals to give you a bunch of tags. Alright, you two are going to come live over here. We're going to lose 1 food tag for this, which is going to be minus 100 food, but we're going to get a lot of mystery out of it in exchange. And it's going to increase our predators. And maybe I can give you a makeup tag somewhere else. A gold booster. So that's where we would want the Tamarin to go. That's going to put you to 8. This Fluorite would put you to 10. This Aquamarine would put you to 9. Maybe you put the Tamarin somewhere else, because he does consume your biodiversity. You also got food out of that exchange, which is impressive. But I'd really like it to be base food. Banana on goal is not going to be impressive, and it consumes your biodiversity. You could always just do Raymond Tree, and that pushes it to 10. It's kind of a boring way to use your era, but it's also a way to use your era. Puts you to 7. Do you have any flowers you can put here? No, I think you're gonna start using Orchid Mantis for that, though. Even if it's not on a booster. I don't think you're gonna overwrite that Papaya Tree anytime soon. So go ahead and make that a flower. We need this Eon limit increase. That puts you to 3. I don't want to touch any of these because it's all really good food yield right now. You're already flower. Fruit Harmony 3, Fruit 3, Fruit Undergrowth, a food booster. Doesn't really do anything with the science booster. Anything over here that would benefit from being a flower? You're already a flower. None of you on boosters, though. You're on a plant booster, but you already have your upgrade spoken for. You still have to place that diamond, too. And you're still at 18. Alright, you're getting a sad Orchid Mantis. I don't have any better place to put you. But I gotta get your science up somehow. And then I need a good food micro for you. Plus 40% food can upgrade animal. You're getting half of it from your mossy stone. That rabbit is actually a decent candidate for plus 40% food. But then where are you going to get your last flower from? Because this is only going to be flower number 4. You're going to have to draft it. You're going to have to draft a flower that gives food, and you should be able to do that in a savanna. But you're going to have to buy a couple drafts to get there. A flower that gives food. It is none of you. And I don't think this choice matters, because none of you are gems either. So I'll just take anything. A flower that gives food. We reroll this. A flower that gives gold. Oh, that might be good enough, because it also gives biodiversity. Yeah, I think that is going to be good enough. Alright, head to your savanna. You want to be next to a mineral very badly. So I'm going to put African Violet up here, and then a mineral that gives gold here, which will likely be a gem. Unfortunately, they both want to be next to animals, which is going to be difficult to pull off. But this gives us 5 of 5 Eon. You are at 20 tech. You need 5 more tech to go. Where do I get that extra tech? You have to expand. You have to expand. It's as simple as that. I need you to expand to that tile. There's no other way around it. This is going to put your biodiversity to 8. So you can get it to 10 with a tile upgrade and a 2-star biotica placement that doesn't cost biodiversity, so a fluorite would do it. It's going to be a really underwhelming steak restaurant, but if I could get you another predator biotica, I could get you that gold. You don't have one. You don't have one. Okay. Fine. But did that give you your Eon limit? Did you turn your museum on? Tiny museum's done. Don't worry about it. It did. Alright, you're at plus 10 Eon again now. And you can still buy more. I think your best shot is going to be Apothecary. And then can I get you a couple more inventions? I'm so close to bustling Metropolis here. Should we really just buy draft charges? I think maybe we should just buy draft charges for you. I need to draft another good forest something or other. I need a 3-star forest biotica that is base food that doesn't cost me biodiversity. Because that'll get me to Adventures World 5. It'll also kill that beaver, which is soaking up 3 biodiversity right now. You have 1 more draft to burn. Alright, forest, don't let me down. It's a flower, it's toxic. It's not base food, but sunflower is. And I can get it adjacent to something that is a flower bioticum with the mantis. That actually does wonderfully for us. It would be next to a white mulberry. Yep, okay. We're off to the races on that. You come here, upgrade. These micro, at least they'll turn into science for us. But this is going to get you to your food threshold. Because it's going to be 125 plus nothing. But, you know. Yeah, it's going to be 125 plus nothing. But 125 should get you pretty close. And it's a plant booster. Okay. We're off. That puts you to 9. This is going to put you to like 12. 11. Close enough. And then I want to take you, Gem. Bustling Metropolis done. We've gotten ourselves another draft church. Good. Good, good, good. That also is an extra completion for a city request for you. It's maybe going to put you to 8. Maybe. I would really like to buy a good science booster for you. Can't really be done. 50 science and tagged ugly deep on a mineral. Gold booster. Plant booster. And your Eon is still a big, big problem. Alright, let's get one more biome with 10 biodiversity. And then we can at least progress this a little further. That is going to look like an impala in the savannah to put the savannah to 10. Your next building, they're all really unimpressive. have a steak restaurant, I guess. But I don't think any of those are ever going to happen. Inventor stealing technology from the diplomat absolutely cannot happen. The diplomat needs every bit of technology possible right now. You're going to be able to buy some Eon. Not a lot, but some. I think you also can't procrastinate on putting down Diamond anymore. Because this desert isn't going to get anywhere close to 8. Stop that army, please. So I need to get you to 50 tech, actually. It's not going to happen there. It's not going to happen there. You might need to draft Taiga. No, draft Desert and see if you can find a good science producer that doesn't cost you, that isn't an Apex. Like, a Methane is okay. A Damask Rose is an extra flower, but that doesn't matter anymore. Fig is not quite it. Anargite isn't quite it. Cotton is so much science, though. So you'd be 75 science? I just don't think it's good enough. When you're 210. You're just not going to have a legacy plant to go on, though. You're 25. Oh, I'm not convinced it's any of these. So Fig and Kicker gets us biodiversity. Plus Violaringo. Gets us a lot of biodiversity. Probably enough to take that desert to 10. It does not get us enough science to push you to 50. Oil probably gets us enough science to push to 50. It probably does not get us enough biodiversity to go to 10. Especially because we're a little light on Eon here to get a good plant to bury for methane. Oryx does not get us biodiversity or science, so you're out. Cotton gets us a lot of biodiversity and some science, but not a great amount of science. It's a middle ground option. I guess we'll try middle ground and hope that it's good enough. What do you upgrade? Sagebrush is 67 and 75 food, actually. Maybe I could have taken methane. That's not bad. You need to be adjacent to a gem. That's currently not true. So I think we're going to kill Limestone and Fan Palm. And then we'll get you next to a gem. We have plenty of options. Including Sunstone, which could give us biodiversity. But we're not going to be able to put a diamond down, which means we're probably not going to be able to do all the clears. .40 science is a long ways away. You'd have to make do with the micro you have now. And none of them give science to things that are good. It's all very sketchy right now. Alright. So Damask Rose, flower if adjacent to one gem. Adjacent to a set of plant and animal, you'll be next to plant, and then I can make you next to animal. So you're gonna go here. You're going to buy Eon. You're going to go here. And you're going to look for anything that gives biodiversity. Desert Tortoise needs to be next to 2 empty. That would be true here, and I'm willing to upgrade the tile for it. Because it's extra biodiversity. So this is going to be your last biome up to 10 biodiversity. You just need to find a way to get 80 prosperity out of this planet. I'm not sure how doable that is. I'm also not sure how doable it is to have this push you to 50 tech. Wait, are you not gem? Oh my god, you're not gem. Actively throwing. But you do give a lot of biodiversity. How are you going to make this one happen? Because you need to be next to 2 animals. That would give you 4 biodiversity. Can I tag it gem somehow? No, you don't have anything that tags gem. You're going to have to replace that redstone. Sagebrush doesn't care what it is. But that's the only way it's going to work. So desert tortoise here. Buy more Eon. What's your next best option? It's all just gold. Nothing's going to contribute to your science, so make it a jerboa, I guess. Food is fine. That's lifestone times 2. It's 14 biodiversity. And then you need to upgrade here. And you need to make one of these a gem. It's so tempting. It's also really tempting. But no, you can't afford it. Right. Okay. This hasn't moved the needle in his science at all, by the way. You need medicinal bioticum? I don't think I have any of those. I don't think I have a single one. Alright, well, I'll save that other one. City of the Future's not going to happen. Stop looking at it. You're at 22, 7 of 10. What can I do to give you 3 science? Poison Dart Frog isn't going to do it. It needs to be micro. It has to be... It has to be Tarantula on Fluorite. I think that's the best you can do. Unless you have anything that does more science. No. Alright, cross your fingers. And then if this doesn't get it there, you're going to have to put a plant down here. And you're going to have to hope that it doesn't screw your invention. And then you're also going to have to find a way that you can actually put a diamond down. You do have a couple terraform charges to play with. Is there anything super busted you could do with that? I don't think so. Your best bet would be mountain. Placing 3 gems to make shipwreck better to push your prosperity up. Let's see if this pushes you to 25. It's gonna push you to 24. That's so sad. But if you buy it again... Oh, you can't afford it. If you buy it again, Mantis at 50 would be enough to put you to 25 no matter what you put it on. So now the question is, can you find 2 more science out of anything? There's a solution to this puzzle somewhere. You need every single one of these animals. I think a Cinchona tree will do okay here. It'll give you 20. That'll put you to 4. It won't be enough to put you to 5. And you still need to get to... You need 70 more prosperity from somewhere. That's a lot of prosperity to put together. Probably because you haven't put any Apex Biotica down. If I had to guess. That might be why you're experiencing that particular difficulty. How's this gonna do for you? Okay, there's still a solution here. Fly Agaric on the Cinchona tree will put you to 5 so that we can buy 3 more, and we only need 3 to place the Orchid Mantis. A solution still exists. Huntress inventing something new, it doesn't matter. This Orchid Mantis just needs to go on anything. We're most interested in the 50 science. That's going to push you to 25. You're going to invent something. It should be off of the False Trumpet Grounds, which should be the second thing we need for all the glitters. Diplomat is inventing something. You still have a lot of problems to solve here, but you're slowly working through some of them. Majestic amulets. And now the question becomes... Oh, is it 1 of 15? Oh, if we had done this in the other order, I bet we could have gotten there. But I think now it's going to be too late. I think our best bet is to turn this into a mountain, because these are all 3-star patches. A diamond will give us 300 gold. Any noble biotic? Isn't gold noble? Gold is noble. Diamond's also noble. I need to put down both of these. But I think it's going to tank our biodiversity in this desert. But I also think this is the only path that we have to success. So you need to be gold. He's not going to have an invention. This is the only way we can do it, is we need this to generate enough biodiversity for us. Set of plant and animal, it's not going to matter. Adjacent to at least 1 gem. Three eon cost here, so I can place 2. Let's try gold first because it's cheaper and just see where we're at. It's going to give you 404 gold. You're at 11 biodiversity here. He also managed to go to -2 technology somehow. It's going to give him a lot of extra trade routes. You can't afford 1 more Eon. You have a really good 3-star that you could put there? How good would Cotton be? 405, 439, but it would put you at -8, you'd be at 3, you'd be at 6. It would tank your biodiversity. You're at 565. You can do turquoise here, and you can put a predator down. And you'll stay above 10. Is that going to be enough to go from 567 to 600? Unlikely. If you could just have finished either of these. Oh, I feel like there's a win in here somewhere, but we've done everything in the wrong order. I think we've done everything in the wrong order, and it's meant that we get nothing instead of, like, at least one thing. What if we just grasp at straws? What if you get this blueberry? If we had finished either of these, like if we had just focused on one of them, we would have been done. If we could have abandoned Huntress City for the sake of City of the Future and drafted like one good thing. Also, if we could have finished Museum of Danger and get an extra draft charge, like we just didn't quite have enough Eon again. It's so Eon intensive to try and do Age of Discovery. Maybe the way to do Age of Discovery is to draft like only things that give you biodiversity. So that you have enough left over to place Apex Bioticum. Maybe that's the way. Let's see how high this gets you. It's not going to be enough. You're going to wind up at like 580. Yeah, man, I think that's all we can do. I think we're really close on this one, but I don't think the solution exists here. We have no more Eon. Look, there's so many wasted upgrade charges too, just because we can't afford to place the good Apex Bioticum that would give us prosperity. Alright, we're gonna have to rethink the way that we tackle Age of Discovery again. And worse, we didn't really get anything out of this game. We didn't get any of the inventions that we needed. We didn't finish Age of Discovery, and we didn't finish all the glitters. But I think we at least picked up a couple gold-bordered Bioticum. Like, I don't think we'd ever used Beaver before, so that's definitely one. And there might be a couple others that we picked up as well. But we're still just coming up short on Age of Discovery again. But we learned something, and I guess that's the important part. So, we're going to take another crack at this, and we're going to take another crack at all the glitters. And if you want to be around for when that happens, the best way to get those notifications is going to be to subscribe to the channel and to leave a like on the video so that I keep making them. We are, I mean, I'll not lie, we're going to finish Reus 2. It's not like I'm going to look at the metrics on the back end and be like, oh, nobody cares, guess we're just not going to finish. We'll definitely finish it, but these are the things that you have to say as a YouTuber, otherwise, you know, Google comes to your house and takes away your credibility badge that they send you. And then if you want to know what we're going to be playing afterwards, you can leave a note in the comments and you can give me your feedback on what you would like to see after this. I'll catch you in the next one where we keep working on these last couple milestones that we have left. But till then, I've been Chef, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.